cleaning up their beans. Oh, table 5 has all their beans put up. So they'll get a tally mark as well. Oh, look. That's a 4, right? Table 4. Look at you. Your hands and eyes as well as that. You're getting 2 tally marks. All right, table 1. How about table 2? Or we got all our beans put up?
Yes.
All righty. Table 3, we caught up.
Ain't no shame.
Brennan, come sit down. I'll pick the bean. If there's a bean on the floor, I'll clean it up later, okay? Thank you for picking them up, though. So, all right, we all got some tally marks for picking up our beans.
Look at me.
I'll put one on there for y'all. Number 2 got a tally mark. You just can't see it because it's behind the picture. I promise.
Place there. Thank you.
All right.
No,
So let's look up real quick. I borrowed some beans from one of the tables. Why do we think that it only took 3 of the white beans, but 5 of the brown beans? Turn and tell your partner.
Because the white beans are bigger and it wasn't fair. The white beans got more. Okay,
All right, class.
yeah.
What were some of the things you told your partner on why it took less for the white beans than it did the brown beans? Lily, why did it take less white ones than it did the brown ones?
Because it's their
Nah. Did I call on you, Kinley? I called Lily, so she's gonna let me know. Look up here, Lily. Look, why do you think it took less of these white ones than the brown ones? You need some help? Christian can help you. He's sitting right next to you. Christian, why?
Because the white beans are big and the small beans are small.
Yeah, the white beans are much bigger. So the white beans are twice the size of the little brown ones. What were how many beans did it take y'all to measure this long line? What were some of the, all right, let's hear from ones that had the white beans so we can kind of see the difference. Kinley, how many white beans did it take you? Took you 7, Riley? How many white beans did it take you? You got 9. Brennan, how many white beans did it take you?
5.
All right, so we've got 5. So the big ones all different. How about the brown ones? We're gonna compare 2 of them. All right, Waylon, how many did it take you? 16, Crystal? You said 6? All right, so we've got many numbers, and it looks like the white beans, since they were so much bigger, it took less to measure our line. So some of the stuff we learned today is we looked at our city from a satellite view. One second, Ashley. We looked at our city from a satellite view. We also looked at our school from a satellite view because we drew our classroom yesterday. And then we did a little math. We measured one object by using another object. Okay? So tomorrow we're going to look at our state and our country. And we're going to do some, tomorrow's Thursday, so we're going to do some centers when we do our math. We're going to have some centers that do maps and we'll look at our country. Some will have some more measuring. We'll measure some other objects. And then one center will even look at different models. So we'll use the globe to find our country. All right, so we're going to self-assess real quick, okay, before we go to library. All right, I need a thumbs up if you understood that you could measure one line, one object, by using another object. We understand that? Thumbs up if we understand, thumbs down if we're not really sure, one up and one down if we need some more practice, and we can do that tomorrow in centers.
Table 3, I'm erasing all of your tally marks because nobody's self-assessing. Not one person at table 3 is self-assessing.
Alright, so I'm seeing that some people are still needing some work. Some people got it. Alright. And then we're also going to self-assess on the bird's eye view. So we learned that from a satellite, you only see unless it's a specific one where you can see the front from a street view, you see the top. So when we looked at the city of Bossier, we saw the top of it. Alright, so this one's more of a question for if we know our city, state, and country. Thumbs up if you remember all three of them. Thumbs down if you're like, I remember us saying them, but I'm not completely 100% on this. And in the middle if you remember one or two, but not all of them, because we're going to practice them some more. Alright, so we're still going to be practicing them. Alright. Let's put our papers in the middle of